All right, let's do this. We're just going to refresh the bitch. We're going to refresh. Check now. Are we showing now? Now we're on? Better be. All right. There we go. Okay. Coolsies. Here we go. So for you guys on TikTok, you won't get to see your chart, but you can go back and watch it on YouTube, okay? All right, ready? Brought up. There we go. I see all the comments now. Everybody's like, oh my God, yes. All right. So, Miss Kelley, your spirit node sits, of all places, at 1 degree in your first house. 1 of 1. So your first house is yourself. It's you. It's the beginning. It's your physical body. It's your identity. It's your approach to life. So, Kelley, your spiritual path, your spiritual gift, your powerhouse self is literally in being your authentic self. And I'm going to explain that here in a minute, okay? It's being your authentic self. Good God, girl, I forgot you have 5 Scorpio placements. Good God. Girl, okay, I'm sorry. Sometimes I can't help it. I only laugh because I have 5 fucking Capricorn placements. So I understand. So yeah, Kelley is the picture of Scorpio in the dictionary. Anyway, I digress. So the thing about your spirit node is that it's directly tied into your karma, which is in your 11th house, which is your social aspect, your groups, your friends, your wishes, your hopes in the future. It's also directly tied into your Jupiter, which is in your 7th house, and that is relationships, business partners, interpersonal partnerships, etc. It's also tied into your Mercury, which is in your 3rd house, which is your mind, your thinking, social activity, interest, etc. And it's tied in with, interesting, it's tied in with your Uranus, which is also in your 3rd house, but the Uranus is in Libra, which is balance, and the Mercury that's in the 3rd house is in Scorpio. Those are the 4 things that your spirit, your gifts affect the most. Okay. Now we're going to talk about the Saturn the most because it was in retrograde when you were born, meaning during a Saturn retrograde is when you are the most powerful. Okay. It also means that you need to be very careful with what you say and do. So when you have a spirit node in your 1st house, it means that when you are your authentic self, you are a master at manifesting, and that has good and bad that goes along with it. So you have to be really, really careful, Kelley, when you're manifesting what comes out of your mouth, what your thoughts are, what you write, etc. You can manifest literally anything for anyone. Okay. This is directly tied in with your personal power. This also tells me that one of the main things you have fought all your life is people that have tried to make sure that you cannot be your authentic self. Hot flashes are a thing and they're stupid. I just want to make that clear in case you guys didn't know. Hot flashes are stupid. So Miss Kelley, stay your authentic self. Don't let other people poo-poo on that, because that's where your personal power lies. That's where your luck lies. And you, my friend, are a master at manifesting. Okay? You can manifest whatever the fuck you want. But what sucks is sometimes we're more powerful at manifesting for other people. Try it out on other people. Like, don't tell them you're doing it. Okay. Be nice. Be nice. But the fact that this is at 1 degree in your first house means that once you get over this fear of manifesting for yourself, because we're all told we're selfish if we manifest for ourselves. That's bullshit. Because you can't help other people if you're on the fucking floor. You know what I mean? So once you get past the fear of manifesting for yourself, you're a powerhouse, babe. You're a powerhouse. Okay? You're a powerhouse. Gotcha. All right. All right, Miss Laura Gallardi, you are next, sugar. Why did I just click on that? Okay. It didn't click. It didn't actually click. I actually have food sitting right here. Guess what I'm eating? Who wants to guess? Right guess gets you a kiss. Buena Sarah. Chips. And oh, I wish it was pickles. No, I had a charcuterie board all day. That is a fantastic guess, though. Salsa and queso. All the kisses. Well, okay, Laura. Interesting. Your lot of spirit, your node of spirit, sits on the line between your 6th and 7th house. It's just a hair over into the 6th house. Like, you could really kind of go either way. But according to the chart, it's like just barely in the 6th house. We're going to talk about both of those. The 6th house is your organization, your work habit, your analytical nature. It's also yourself and your health aspect. When you are healthy, that is when your spirit is the most powerful. Okay. Now, your node of spirit is attached to 4 things as well. It's attached to your Venus, which was in retrograde when you were born. So when Venus is in retrograde, that's when your motherly love aspect is the strongest. That's in your 3rd house, which is your thinking, your mind, your socialization, your social activity, your interests, etc. You are very protective of other people, especially when Venus is in retrograde. The main thing that I want to point out is that your spirit, your node of spirit, is directly in line with your Saturn, which is in a fire sign, and Sagittarius of all things, in your 2nd house. This is your work, your material possessions, your money, your finances, etc. That's extremely important because of the 6th house being your work ethic, etc. It's also in tune with your Neptune, which are your goals and your hopes and your dreams. That's in your 12th house, which is healing, closure, your spiritual path, your spiritual self, and your unconscious, your subconscious. It's also in line with your Uranus, which is in the 9th house, which is travel, wisdom, philosophy, higher education. Hey, Sassy Redhead, thank you for subscribing. And that is in Leo and was in retrograde when you were born. So, spiritual gift-wise, your spiritual gifts really, really lie in work, in finances, and in just philosophy. Let me say it that way. It's the best all-encompassing word there. Okay. What's interesting about this? I'm curious, and I don't know if you're here or if you're on YouTube. I can't see the things on YouTube, but let me go over here and look. What's interesting about this is because you can easily manifest any amount of money you want. And I would bet if you think back to different times in your life when you have needed money and it's magically come in, having your spirit node there, girl, you a money witch. You're a money witch. You need to always have a money bowl, a money jar, whatever your chosen thing of money manifestation is. You need to always have, and this is for all of you guys, you need to always have malachite or pyrite or tiger's eye in your wallet, or all three. You also should work in or with money, finances, even if you hate math. Okay. That's where your power lies. That's where your power lies. And the hot flash is over and now cold. It's stupid. Stupid. All right. Tuck in, tuck in, tuck in. Yeah, Miss Laura, you are absolutely a money witch. You need to protect yourself. You need to protect your money. You need to protect the things that make you money. Okay? Okay? And then you should come and do my accounting for me. I'm just saying what I'm saying. I'm just saying what I'm saying. All right, Miss Kathy Mazzell. You ready, sugar? Y'all, I have just been embracing my Oklahoman. Okay? I've been embracing my, and there are sometimes things come out of my face and I'm like, what even was that? What even was that? This is funny. But it's all right. It's all right. I will say, here's what's really awesome is I have lived in and around Oklahoma and Arkansas and Missouri for so long. Even though, I mean, I grew up in Colorado, but we always had family here in Texas. And then we had a cabin in Missouri when I was growing up, right across the Arkansas state line. I am so fucking good at redneck voices, at the hick backwoods sounding voices. Yeah. Just saying what I'm saying. So if I slip into that every now and then, just let it be. Just let it be. Just let it be. All right, Miss Kathy. So your node of spirit sits right barely across the line into your third house. Your third house is your mind, your thinking, your siblings, your social activity, your interests, your neighbors, etc., and kids. The only thing that it is in tune with, and I find this really funny because I know you enough that, you know what I'm saying? I know you. The only thing that it's tied to in your chart is your Mars. Mars is the divine masculine. It's the protective aspect. It's the fire. It's the passion. It's the power. And that's in your fourth house, which is your home and your roots and your family and your divine feminine. Kathy. Your spiritual gifts lie with family. They lie with that mama bear aspect. Your spiritual gifts, I would say, so if you guys, I'm just going to be jokingly talking about stuff like, oh, you're a money witch. Oh, you know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying when I say those things. We all know people that were like, how the fuck did you manifest all that money? How did you do this? How did you do that? Kathy is amazing at two different things: family and protection. Okay. And protection. You are in Kathy's family. It doesn't matter if you are blood family or not. If you are in Kathy's family, thank you, Rhonda. I love the little squishy slime. And she decides to protect you, not a damn thing is going to touch you. Not a damn thing is going to touch you. Kathy is a protection witch through and through. Kathy's also very, very powerful. Where's your Jupiter? Okay. I was looking at where your Jupiter was. It's in your sixth house, which is your work ethic. It's also your health. So this is why you're dealing with some health issues right now, Kathy. Help me from not stabbing my face with chips. Those of you that are protectors, when we have to protect too hard, thank you, Miss Rhonda. When we have to protect too hard, our body breaks down. When you're really using your spiritual gift that you're meant to use, your meat sack will start to break down a little faster. It's not fair. It's dumb. And it is what it is. So you have to take very good care of you. Okay? You have to take very good care of your meat sack, of you. I love the little slimies. I need a little doll of that. I need a little slime doll. You have to take very, very good care of you. Okay? So this is why, Kathy, as anybody in your family gets sick, gets hurt, you feel that they need protection, and oh my God, y'all hit my live goal. Thank you so much. Oh, that's so sweet. As people around you need your protection, you overextend that protection because you haven't learned how to specifically laser focus it yet. And that's why you get sick. That's why you're like, oh my God, all of a sudden I have this or whatever. Once you start balancing the two of those out with taking care of you and honing in your protection, everything will be better. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So you have to hone your protection. You have to hone your protection. But yeah, Kathy's absolutely a protection witch. Master protector. I love this bracelet, but this bitch catches my hair like nobody's business. All right, let's look at Miss Christine Carver. Thank you, Miss Kathy. I love that one. That one's so damn cute. All right, Miss Christine. So your note of spirit. Sorry, Reiki drains me, and I'm like, no. Thank you, love. Your note of spirit sits in your seventh house. Your spiritual gifts literally lie with your interpersonal relationships, your marriage, business partnerships, how you react with other people. You're a love witch, babe. You're a love witch. Where's your Venus? Oh, yeah. Your Venus is in your third house. And it's in Capricorn. It was also in retrograde when you were born. So when Venus is in retrograde, that's when this motherly love aspect is the strongest for you. Okay. Thank you. Everybody saying they love the Jimi Hendrix shirt. I got this. This is like one of my favorite shirts, and I'm not gonna lie, I will just straight go to bed in this shirt. It's kind of oversized. It's a dude shirt. I got it at Old Navy, like 2016. I love it. It's like big, oversized. Look, like my arms down, my body's down here. It's a big, oversized shirt. I fucking love it. It's so comfy. It's so comfy. So yeah, y'all. Ignore the trolls. I'm trying to remind myself. So, Miss Christine, honey, your spiritual power lies in love work. It does. It lies in love work. Whether it is with, thank you, Juki, for the owl, whether it is in your own interpersonal relationships or, and this is a slippery slope, helping other people with their love, with their work. Okay. So, oh, hey, Lori, I know you're not a troll, sugar. There was one in here that was, I was watching, yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry, honey. Thank you, love. So here's the thing, Christine. And this is why I said this is a slippery slope. Because, and I know there are some unscrupulous practitioners out there that will absolutely do love workings against someone's free will. That is unethical. Yes, there is a code of ethics when it comes to practitioner work. That is really unethical. It's not right. But if you focused on self-love, your spirit node is tied in directly with your Mercury, which was in retrograde. So Mercury retrograde is fantastic for you, but that's in Aquarius in your third house. You could easily be a relationship counselor, and a fantastic one at that. It's also tied in with your Uranus, which is in your second house, and that's work, your work ethic, money, etc. You can easily use this spiritual gift to be in a very, very good place financially. Let me say that. Yeah. You're absolutely talented where it comes to love and relationship. So, y'all need love advice. I am not the one. I'm not the one. All I can do is laugh. All right, Miss Sarinda. Today is never the day, and I'm never the one. You're welcome, Christy. It's probably why I'm doing anti-love reads on Valentine's Day. Yep. So tomorrow night on the Bodhiverse, I have an interesting friend that'll be on. She is not on TikTok. So if you guys watch me on TikTok, just know I will have my screen over on here so you guys can see. So her name is December Lace. She is an ex-professional wrestler. She's just getting into her spiritual self, and she's fantastic. And I can't wait for you guys to meet her. She's awesome. All right. Miss Sarinda. Okay. Your node of spirit lies in your 7th house and in Virgo. The 7th house is interpersonal relationships, business relationships. It is directly tied to and square with your Mercury, which is in your 4th house, which is foundations. It's also family. And that's in Gemini, which is an air sign, no, logic and so on. And it's square and tied in with your your Neptune, which is in your 10th house. And that is career goals, long-term structure, financial stability, reputation, etc. It's also the divine masculine house, and that is in Sagittarius. Honey, you are absolutely a business wizard. I didn't want to say witch for some reason. It didn't sound right. Business wizard sounds better. Your spiritual talent, your spiritual gift lies in business. It lies in career. It lies in not only you, but I have a feeling that anybody that's around you finds their business, their spiritual, like they find their way to what they're supposed to do for a living. Does that make sense? It's like all they have to do is come spend some time around you, and then suddenly they know exactly what it is they want to do or be when they grow up, and they go after that. Being that you're so super focused, I forgot what sign you are. Let me look. Oh, yeah, you're a Gemini. Being that you're so super focused when it comes to, oh, your Saturn's also in your 4th house. Oh, yeah. Being so super focused when it comes to your work ethic, your interpersonal relationships, etc. You exude this. So when you're say you're in your studio working and somebody comes in and they're just in there talking to you, maybe y'all are just bullshitting about whatever. You're not even talking about work. But I love it. If you're working, that literally rubs off on the person standing there. The gravitational pull, yeah. Your gravity is like the sun, girl. It's like the sun. When you're in that mode, it is literally the sun. So, for those of you guys that don't know, Sarinda is a fantastic class artist. I wonder if that's why I'm afraid to wear your piece. I just need to be in the right mindset. This helps me too. This helps me too. You literally infuse your work with that gift, with your spiritual gift. So will you let me go get it. Let me go get it. And I want you to put your website up there for everybody as I kick around packing material. All right. I'm going to show y'all this piece that Sarinda sent me because A, it's fucking beautiful. B, it's all my favorite colors. And C, now that I know where her spiritual gift lies, I'm going to be wearing this bitch all the time, especially when I'm making business decisions. Oh, the camera's not doing it justice. The camera's not doing this justice. Like, this piece is fantastic. It's utterly fantastic. So, it's utterly fantastic. Glass is hard to photo. A lot of things are hard to photo. Stones in general, anything like that is hard to photo. So let me see if I can get it on. All right, let's do this. My nails are too long. My nails are too long. You're blushing. Why are you blushing? Girl, you are so fucking talented. It's not even funny. You know it. So there you go. Sarinda needs to put her website up there so y'all know you can go find her. You can order you a piece of business personal power jewelry. There we go. I love and hate long fingernails at the same time. Y'all watching me on the struggle bus right now. Y'all watch me on the struggle bus. Okay, if I do this, I'm gonna get it on backwards. Son of a bitch. You know what? I'm just gonna set it right here in front of me and I'll do it in a minute because now I'm irritated. But yeah, this thing is so gorgeous. Y'all have no idea. Y'all have no idea. Yeah, y'all have no idea. Yeah. Aw, thank you, love. I can't pull it over my head. It's a little chain. Sarinda thinks my head is little. Sarinda thinks my head is tiny. All right. Third time's the charm, right? Right? Sarinda can tell you. Son of a bitch. See, now my Capricorn self is like, oh, I'm going to get it. It's going on, whether it likes it or not. Bet. Told you. It's going on, whether it likes it or not. All right. There you go. There you go. So, Sarinda infuses everything with this powerhouse business witch vibe. Just letting y'all know. Just letting y'all know. Oh, y'all have no idea. I'm going to have to take a good picture of it in different light. This is not doing it justice. This is not doing it justice. I shit you not. Not doing it justice. Yeah. When I saw it, I was like, oh, so pretty. All right. There we go. Miss Donna Trouton. Sarinda, did you know you have two? Well, if I could get my website to work. I know, right? Oh my God. We're about to tussle. About to tussle. Your son. Got you. Okay. So it has yours on both of them. Do I have him already on here? Like, I've read for him before, haven't I? Okay, good. I'll get it here in just a second. All right. So who am I pulling up? Donna. That's who's next. All right. Miss Donna. I don't know if she's here or not. So I would love for you guys to Donna had a friend that was in a pretty bad car accident this afternoon. There she is. What's your friend's name again, sweetheart? Please forgive me for forgetting. But I would like for you guys to send some healing his way and some peace his way and some peace the doctor's way. You know what I mean? Like, I would like for you guys just to send all the things. Okay? Just to send all the things his way. Rick, there you go. So he was in a pretty nasty wreck earlier. Miss Donna is sitting at the hospital waiting to hear. So if you guys could send her some peace and some calm, and my bangs some get right, I'd appreciate it. Okay. All right, Miss Donna. So your note of spirit interesting. Excuse me, it's lot of spirit. I just keep saying node for some reason. Lies in your 11th house. I'm going to drip queso everywhere in just a minute. Lies in your 11th house. Your 11th house is your social aspect of you. It's your social awareness. It's your groups. It's your friends. It's your hopes and your wishes for the future. So it's tied in to your Saturn, which is in your 7th house. This is your interpersonal relationships. This is why you take your interpersonal relationships very seriously. You take business relationships extremely seriously. You also have 3 placements in your 3rd house, all in Taurus, that are tied into this. Your 3rd house is your mind, your thinking, your subconscious, and it's also kids. And the things that are in this are your moon, your Mars, and your Venus. So this is that I will fight to the death for anybody. Okay. It's also tied in with your Uranus, which is up in your 9th house. That is your wisdom, your philosophy, your higher education. So as far as where your spiritual self lies, your powerhouse lies in protecting the underdog, your spiritual powerhouse, that massive part of you. This is why you always help the underdog. It's why you always are attracted to those down on their luck. You're a fixer. And the thing is, you literally can fix anybody. You can fix anybody. But the problem is, you have to be careful how much of yourself you put into someone else. Because when you're fixing someone else, you're giving yourself. It's like you're trading your energy, yourself, for them. The bad shit. You pull the bad shit out and give them the good, but you keep the bad. So you have got to make sure that you stay grounded as you all the time. And I think that this right here is why you're so good with animals. So for those of you guys that don't know, Miss Donna here has amazingly gorgeous horses. She also breeds and raises and trains security dogs. Donna's coming down to visit me here in a couple weeks, and bringing Belkin down for me. And I'm so excited. But she's shown me some pictures of her animals, and they're fantastic. Animals are wonderful because when it comes to grounding and when it comes to releasing stress, this is why we like animals better than people. petting an animal, like it's actually been scientifically shown in studies. And this is why there are therapy dogs and therapy cats and horses and all these therapy animals. Because petting an animal helps you calm down. It literally helps your stress go like this. So I see why you are so drawn to animals. And I see why you have the ones you do. Horses are amazing when it comes to taking the negative away. Horses are insanely intelligent. For those of you guys don't know, horses are insanely intelligent. They're fantastic animals. Every animal has a personality. Horses are so smart. They know they're bigger than you. They know they could stomp the fuck out of you. They know they will win in the fight if you don't have a gun. But they don't. They choose not to. They choose not to. Now, don't get me wrong. I've been around a couple of horses that were dicks. But they're fantastic animals. This is why Donna is so drawn to horses. So, this is why Donna is so drawn to horses. Donna, you're always going to be a fixer, and you're always going to be drawn to the underdogs. Just be careful how much you give, okay? Okay. All right. Sarinda. So you sent it to website. Let me pull it up here. And it's time for queso. You're welcome for the song. I need to just start making these sound bites so y'all can have them all the time. Somebody asked me for a sound bite earlier. You're welcome so much, sugar. Yep. Oh, fucking shit. I need a new keyboard. I need a new keyboard. I'm ordering one tomorrow. Okay, there we are. Gotcha. Sarinda, I have yours, but I don't have your kiddos. Ah! Y'all didn't see that. Y'all didn't see that. Yeah, will you send it again? Oh, I got it. I got it. I got it. I'm incorrect. Don't listen to me. It was in a different message. Gotcha. What's his first name? So I have it. Y'all, I'd be hungry all of a sudden. All right. Oh, thank you, love. I found it. I just don't have his first name. Mason, gotcha. Oh, my nose is itching. Okay. All right. Oh, Lord, you got your hands full. Woo! It was like Sagittarius placements. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Wow. Okay. You got your hands full. I'm going to get ready for this. Yeah. There we go. So, not only does Mason have 5 Sagittarius placements, they are very powerful placements, and 4 of them are in the 5th house. Okay, the 5th house is all like self-expression, joy, creativity, things like that. Okay. His spirit, the law of spirit for him, lies in the 12th house, and it's in Cancer, meaning he is super sensitive. He is super intuitive. So the 12th house is literally your spiritual path. It's your spiritual path. It's tied in with his sun sign. I would say that this kid right here is a spiritual powerhouse, and here's why. A, that lies in the 12th house. Literally, your spirit lies in the house that's about your spiritual path. B, it's in Cancer. It's a water sign. Water signs are known for their intuition. C, it's directly tied into his sun sign, which is in the 6th house, which is his sense of usefulness, his work ethic. It's also being analytical and dealing with pets. It's also tied to his Venus, which is in Capricorn. It's also in the 6th house. That is his love and his protective mama bear aspect of himself. It's also tied into his Neptune, which is in the 8th house, which is, I keep saying which is the intimacy aspect of him. And this one right here is really important too. It's tied in with his personal power, which is in his 5th house. He is absolutely a spiritual powerhouse. All he needs to do is set his mind to something that he really loves, that interests him. And not only is he going to be a master at manifesting, I would bet that he's also a fantastic energy worker, because seeing that it's tied to his sun sign and it's tied to his personal power, and both of those are in very powerful signs, very powerful houses, he's a powerhouse. So I'm curious, what's up with him? Is he neurodivergent? Because people that have this type of spiritual power usually withdraw from people. They're usually neurodivergent. They have some type of sensory disorder, like, I can't people, I don't want you touching me, I can't see the color blue, whatever it is, you know what I mean? They have something going on to where when he directs this power at something or someone, he can do an amazing amount of good, but he can also do a lot of damage. Just so you know. So yeah, you have a powerhouse kiddo right there. I would bet he drives himself crazy sometimes and drives you crazy too. Where's his Mars? Oh yeah, his Mars is in Sagittarius. Yeah, he's very fiercely protective. Like, you better not stand in his way. That's awesome. I'm glad I got to read for your kid. I swear, everybody's always like, kids don't come with manuals. Yeah, they do. Right there. Right there. All right, Miss Bitsy. Yeah, Zodiac Manual. So, Bitsy, are you here? You've seen that? Yeah. Oh my God, peanut M&Ms sound fantastic. I love me some peanut M&Ms. I was hoping Miss Bitsy would be here. Oh, there she is. All right, girl, are you ready? I think I was eating when I did your husband's reading earlier too. Is what it is. So your node of spirit lies in Libra in your 4th house. This is your roots, your home, your family, etc. I would love when my heater would work correctly. So your node of spirit is directly tied into your Saturn, what is in your 2nd house, which is your money, your wealth, your financial well-being, etc. And that's in Leo, meaning you're a little dramatic with it. But that's karma. That's your karma. It's also tied directly to your moon, which is in your 7th house, which is your interpersonal relationships. And that's in Capricorn. And it's tied into your Neptune, which is in your 6th house, which is the health aspect of you. This is your hopes and dreams too. So this is the health aspect. This is your analytical nature. So when it comes to where your spiritual gifts lie, yours are kind of split. Okay. While your spiritual gift lies in foundation, I'm going to explain that. Just because I know what it is you're learning right now. When you start practicing on people, when you start taking clients or whatever, or just practicing, work on building that person's foundation. Work on building giving them the base they need to start from. You literally are a springboard for people to either find their spiritual path, to find their way in life, whatever it is. You're a springboard. You're what I would call a mirror, in that when anybody comes to you, and when I start talking about this, you're going to realize that you have had so many friends that have had this happen. You have a new friend, okay, comes into your life. Y'all are hanging out all the time. They can't get enough of hanging out with you. And you won't realize this, but people around you will, like your husband, your kids, best friends, etc. It's like you start to change a little bit, almost like this person. You might start to like foods that you've never liked before. Do like things that you've never liked to do before because this person likes to do it. And you chalk it up to, oh, well, they like to do it and I want to be their friend, so I'm doing it. But that's not it. Mirrors are very, very intense spiritual people, because once you realize you're a mirror, you are literally mirroring back somebody's gifts to them. So this is what I was saying, you're split. You're a mirror and you're able to show people their own spiritual gifts, their own spiritual path, and you're able to build the foundation to give them to move forward on. Because if you don't have a strong foundation when you're walking forward, you're going to fall. That goes for anything, spiritual, non-spiritual, love, whatever. So now that you know you're a mirror, the good thing about it is When somebody comes to you, whether it's friend, family, whatever, and when you start working on people, if you focus on that, if you focus on being able to show them their goals, their dreams, their spiritual path, whatever, girl, sky's literally the limit for you with this. You build their foundation and show them their path and whatever it is they want to know about, you're golden. You're golden. You're golden. Yeah. That's fantastic, man. That's fantastic. That answer your questions? The sound on YouTube is odd? Of course it is. Of course it is. You're welcome, sugar. So I got to brag on Bitsy for a minute. I got to read for her hubby today. And that was his Valentine's present. And I thought that was super cool. I got to read his whole birth chart for him. Normally, it's a girl that gets that for themselves. So I loved that she got that for him. It was really awesome. All right, star. Okay. I probably ought to pick up the pace a little bit, huh? We're going to be here all night. Star, are you here? Because I find this super fucking interesting, and I can't wait for you to hear this. I'm going to look and see if you're on YouTube or if you're here. Okay. Hey, Kiwi, how are you? So, Star, because I've kind of talked to you and I know you a little bit, would you like to know why you feel like you have to learn everything? Would you like to know why your brain works overtime? So Star is super intelligent, guys. Star has a very high IQ. Star is super intelligent. And I'm not just saying that to butter her up, whatever. Star is, we've chatted. Honey, your lot of spirit sits in your 9th house. This is literally your wisdom house. It's your wisdom, it's your philosophy, it's your higher education, it's your travel. It's tied directly to your Mars, which sits in your 12th house, and a water sign, all the intuition. The 12th house is your spiritual powerhouse house. This is endings, it's healings, it's spirituality, it's your subconscious. It's also tied into your moon, which is in your 1st house, and a fire sign in Sagittarius. Your lot of spirit is also in Leo. So this means, I would say you are easily a psychic witch. You are that one that you could master every single clair if you wanted to. Knowledge is power, y'all. Knowledge is power. Whatever it is you're learning about, it's powerful. Your 9th house is also one of the biggest ones in your chart. Your 9th and your 3rd are the biggest ones in your chart. Keep learning everything, Star. Don't stop. That's where your spiritual talent lies. As you learn, as it changes your philosophy, your wisdom, as you travel, as you move about, as you do things, you're going to come across other people, or they're going to come across you. Because where your Mars sits, that's your passion, that's your drive. It's also your protection. You're going to come across other people that need the wisdom that you're gaining. And I love this. I love this. Where's your communication? Where's your communication? Oh, okay. Your communication's in Aries, which means you're very, very direct. Okay. Yeah. Girl, you're absolutely the brain. You're I would say that all of your spiritual talent lies in being a psychic witch. You want to master all the clairs? You can. All you got to do is set your mind to it. Boom. If you haven't read the book, The Psychic Witch Star, you need to. There are some great exercises in there that will help you tremendously. So don't mess with Star. Don't mess with Star. All right, Miss Andrea. Miss Andrea bien. That is some bullshit right there. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. I may or may not have a cold chai latte sitting here that I just dropped a chip in. You're welcome, Star. Hey, I think I'm funny as fuck, y'all. One of these days, I need to record when my youngest kid and I are in the car talking about shit. My youngest is fucking funny. We have way too much fun. We have way too much fun. Okay. Focus, bitch. All right. By the way, I just got salsa on my desk. And now it's on my blanket. Because I'm 5 and I wipe my hands on my blanket. Hey, I'm the one that's got to do laundry. So. Okay. Andrea, your lot of spirit sits in your 3rd house. And this is your deep thinking aspect of you. This is the mind thinking. It's also social activities, your neighbors, kids. It is directly tied to your Neptune, which is in your 9th house, which is your philosophy, your higher wisdom, etc. Now, that is also your Neptune is your goals, your dreams. It was also in retrograde when you were born in Sagittarius, meaning when Neptune is in retrograde, you are rocketing forward on your path. When it's not in retrograde, you feel stuck. Here's the deal. You literally can make yourself unstuck. Having your spirit node in your 3rd house means that all you need to do is think it and it will happen. You have to think it in the right way. This is a different way of manifesting. It's almost like Jean Grey in a way. Okay. Because you guys that don't know, that's she's an X-Men. She just has powers of the mind. So, Miss Andrea, this is the perfect place for me to tell you one of my all-time favorite quotes. And it's from Buddha. What you think, you become. I actually have this on my phone as my background on my phone. What you think, you become. I'm trying to figure out the right term to put on it for you. You're literally like a mind witch. Does that make sense? Not quite the psychic witch, the mind witch. You're Doctor Strange. There you go. You're Doctor Strange. But you always feel like you're held back, but you're not. The universe makes you feel like you're held back, but you're not. Okay? Okay? That makes sense? Make sure that you're thinking in the right way, that you're using the right words when you think. Because just like any type of manifestation, even your thoughts are manifestation, guys. Okay? So if you're sitting there just thinking, man, everything bad happens to me, even if you don't say it out loud, you're just thinking it, then everything will be bad. If you're sitting there thinking about how many good things happen, everything will be good. Everything will be good. You see what I'm saying? Change your thinking, girl. What you think, you become. You can literally make whatever you want happen. Just saying. I'm just saying what I'm saying. All right, Jerry Floyd. Let's see, where am I at here? Chicka-cha. Ooh, I got to pick up the pace. Jerry, have I pulled a birth chart for you yet? I don't think I have I? Gillian's your daughter? Okay, gotcha. Jerry, I don't think I pulled it for you. Nope. Get a squeaky clean new chart as I put more food in my face. All right, Jerry, are you ready? Oh, thank you guys. Y'all are so sweet. We hope you have a wonderful evening and a blessed day to Miss Penny. Miss Penny Pooh. All right. Ready? Jerry, your lot of spirit is in your 12th house. So it's literally in your spiritual house. It's also directly tied to your communication, to your Mercury, which is in your 3rd house, which is your mind and your thinking. And it's directly tied to your Saturn in your 4th house, which is your karma in your foundation house. And that's in Cancer. It's a very intuitive sign. Honey, what's interesting about this, oh my God, is that your spiritual talent, your spiritual gift is spirituality, is being spiritual, is focusing on your own mind. Yours is a little different than the Doctor Strange aspect. You're more like Professor X. Trust your intuition. It will never steer you wrong. Your 12th house is also in a water sign in Pisces. It will never steer you wrong. Here's the other thing too. Being that it's tied to your Saturn, which is in Cancer. I gotta look this up real quick. Oh. I expected you to be a super old soul. You are not. Okay. So, Jerry, your spiritual path, your spiritual self, your spiritual powerhouse self, your intuition is never wrong. It's almost like you can read minds. I'm not kidding. It's almost like you can read minds. Use this for good, my son. Sorry, I had to. Use it for the good of the empire. Whatever. Whichever. Or the rebellion. Whatever. Jerry, your spiritual powerhouse. Your gut is never wrong. Trust it. Okay? Trust it. You also know the right thing to say at the right time every fucking time. Because of that being tied in directly with your Mercury. I couldn't words for a minute. So, yeah. Okay. Jerry knows all the things and the stuff. Just saying. Thank you for that. I love it. All right. Let me get Miss Jillian's chart. So Jillian's node of spirit lies right on top of the line between the 12th and the first house. Technically, it's a hair over into the 12th house, meaning her spiritual talents lie in her being a spiritual person. They lie in her being invested in her own spiritual growth because the only thing it's tied to is her Uranus, which is in the second house, which is material possessions, it's wealth, it's income, it's work ethic, it's priorities. She's a money witch. She's a money witch. Okay. I was looking at some numbers real quick. She's a younger soul too, meaning she doesn't understand how to control it. Having this stuff tied, is that tied to her? Oh God. Okay. So her Uranus is also tied to her personal power, which is in the 8th house, which is finances, inheritance, property, goals, etc. It's also tied with her karma and her divine masculine, her Mars, which is in the 6th house, which is work ethic and organization. This girl is absolutely, absolutely a money witch. She just doesn't understand how to use it. She's a powerhouse with it. Like, holy fuck. She's a powerhouse with it. She just goes about manifesting it the wrong way. She needs to, if she can focus on her work ethic, if she can focus on her daily routine, and I don't mean like she doesn't have a work ethic, I mean like focus on that. And I hate to say this, but make this a priority. She needs to make this a priority. She needs to set her priorities right. Whenever she sets a priority, all of that happens. Boom, 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 boom. All she needs to do is start setting little priorities, like a little bitty priority, and watching it happen. Because as that happens, it's going to boost her confidence and she's going to get more and more and more focused. Thank you, Tammy, honey. She's going to get more and more and more focused. Okay. This is fantastic. This kiddo just needs confidence. She just needs confidence. Let me see. Oh, yeah, because her moon's in Taurus. So she's going to overthink fucking everything. Okay. Yep. Thank you, Rochelle. That makes sense, Andrea? Get her to focus on little small things. Yeah. All right, Miss Andrea Norris. Well, your lot of spirit lies in your 10th house, which is long-term goals, structure, divine masculine. Oh, girl, you're a fucking money witch too. Holy shit. This is tied into your Venus, which is in your 2nd house, also in an earth sign in Taurus. Your 2nd house is money, financial, material, all the monies. And it's also tied into your Uranus, which is in your 8th house, which is finances, shared finances, inheritance, etc. And it's tied into your Neptune, which is your goals and your hopes and your dreams, which is in your 6th house, which is your work habit, your organization, and your analytical self in Leo. And if that wasn't enough, it's also tied into your Mercury, which is just barely into your 5th house, which is in Cancer. meaning your intuition's on point, especially when it comes to create. Like, you're super creative with how to make money. You're super creative. You're just giving everybody else ideas. Oh, where's your moon? Okay. You're giving everybody else ideas and not keeping the ideas for yourself. Stop giving everybody your ideas, Andrea. Okay? Stop it. Stop it. Girl, you're a money powerhouse. You're just giving away the ideas. Don't do it anymore. Okay? Because you're giving people ideas. They're running away with the ideas. And their life is fantastic. Stop giving people your power. Okay? Okay? Hey, Kiwi. The weather is not the best in New Zealand. A lot of flooding going on. Oh my gosh. Y'all right? Wow. I hope you do okay down there. I'm so sorry that's going on. I love that your cat liked the live. All right. Jenifer Harrell. Am I read for you? No. Okay. Oh, Christmas, baby. Well, here we go. So you always got cheated on your birthday, didn't you? Woo. Well. Well. I'm sorry, sugar. So with your lot of spirit in here, you have 4 Capricorn placements. You and me's is like peas and carrots. All right, let's look at this. Ooh. So your lot of spirit is in your 4th house, which is foundations and family. You're a love witch, sweet pea. Because it's direct. The only thing it's tied into is your moon, which is emotions, and your 7th house, which is relationships, and that's in Aries. 2 cardinal signs, Capricorn and Aries. Girl, you better use this power for good. You better use this power for good. You could whip up some badass fucking love workings. If you use this even just a little bit for self-love for people, holy fuck, dude. The world would be fantastical. This is also good to be used for if you have somebody that you want them to be happy. Say your best friend can never find somebody or whatever. You literally could do a working or manifest the perfect person for them, whether they see it or not. Girl, you're a love witch. You are absolutely a love witch. I would bet that you can I would bet fertility workings are great as well. Yeah. The other good thing is having that spirit node in Capricorn in your 4th house. You're also amazing at laying foundations, at grounding. So, woo. This is fantastic. This is fan-fucking-tastic. I don't know what you do for a living, but if you were ever to make anything at all for grounding purposes, yeah, yeah, yeah. I would get you some learning. I would get you some learning on love workings. Absolutely. Because holy fuck, man. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. If you were ever to do stuff on the side, just saying. I'm just saying. So I'm curious because you have all these Capricorn placements and you work for a communication agency. What's funny too is communication company. That's your Mercury's in Capricorn. Just saying what I'm saying. Yeah. You could easily help. I would bet that people get addicted to being around you, that you're just really grounding. Yeah. What am I doing right now? There we go. There we go. I knew I had Lyzz Headley in here. Yeah, Sweet Pea, you're amazing at grounding. So be careful how many people you let into that energy. Okay. All right, Lyzz Headley, you ready? Hey, Crazy Crone. Did that make sense about the grounding, love? I'm trying to watch and see if you understood what I was saying. Because when people suck that grounding aspect off of you, it makes you feel ungrounded. Thank you, Vegas Wolf. So don't let them too much. You need to have your protections in place. Yeah, I'll bet. I'll bet it's draining. Super draining. I hate this. I got a hot flash and I'm cold and now my hands are cold. All right. Miss Lyzz. Rudder. So your notice, your lot of spirit lies in your fifth house. And this is your creativity, it's fertility, it's childlike expressions, it's joy, and it's in Virgo. It's also tied into your Mercury, which is in your fourth house. That's your foundations, that's family, that's so on. And you blew my husband's mind with my last reading. I love this. Oh, thank you, family. All right. You have that Mercury is in Leo. It's also tied into your Venus, which is in your second house. And that's your money house. And it's tied into your moon, which is in Sagittarius, which is in your eighth house, which is not only finances, but it's shared finances. So you're an interesting type of money witch. Your money witchery does best when you're in that giddy 5-year-old mood. When you're being super creative, when you're full of joy, when you're super happy and goofy, that is the time that you can manifest anything you want financially. You're also amazing at fertility workings. So if you were to say, if somebody came to you and they were like, maybe a friend, they were just griping, man, I've been trying to get pregnant. I can't get pregnant, whatever. All you got to do is tell them you're going to get pregnant. Just keep trying. You're going to get pregnant. They'll get fucking pregnant. So, yeah, you're amazing at fertility workings. As long as you're in this awesome, creative, joy, goofy, laughing aspect, that's the time you need to watch what you say, because that's when your manifestation is through the roof. It's also the time that if you wanted to manifest anything monetarily, there you go. So anytime when you've been laughing and joking and playing around and then said something like, well, fuck, it's not going to happen anyway because we're always broke or whatever, you're always broke. Laughing and joking around, and you say, you know, tell your husband or whatever, he's going to get a raise, or you guys are going to have more money coming in or whatever. That's exactly what's going to happen. That's exactly what's going to happen. But you have to be in that goofy mode. Goofy mode is where you're more carefree. And you're a Leo, so you switch between super lightweight and goofy and completely shitting all over yourself. Like, I'm a terrible person, blah, blah, blah. Be careful how much you say that too. When you're down on yourself, and hopefully your husband's listening, when you're down on yourself, you've really, really got to watch what you say and the way you think, because if not, that's going to come out and manifest in that way. Okay. You're amazing at manifesting stuff. Okay. Gotcha. All right, Miss Sarah Jensen. So let me go back here and check my list. Oh, Tiffany, I love you. Tiff's been marking people off for me. I love you, Tiff. All right, Miss Sarah. Okay. So your lot of spirit sits in your third house. It's not tied to anything. It's there. This is a good thing. I mean, it's good and it's bad. It's the bad is really more for me in that I've got to read a little more into things than having like a straight line. Oh, it's tied to this in this house with this blah blah blah. Kapcha. So the third house is your thinking. It's your communication. It's your interests. The thing that you set your mind to, the thing that you're interested, you're so welcome, sweetheart. The thing that you're interested in the most is where your spiritual talents are going to thrive. Being that this is in your third house, I knew I was going to yawn. That's my first yawn. Woo! I made it till 11 o'clock. Nobody better call me on that bullshit either. I don't think I've yawned until now. Don't call me on that bullshit. Being that this is in the third house, you are a psychic witch. The good of it is it's wide open for you. It's wide open for you. So you could literally start paying attention to all these different clairs, to all these different ways of using your mind and so on. The bad thing is you can pay attention to all these things and start doing all the things because you're going to overthink it. This is also in a water sign in Scorpio, meaning your intuition is on point. This right here means that you can easily overwhelm yourself if you don't focus on one at a time. You're going to have to force yourself to focus. Where's your Mars? Oh, your Mars is in your second house and your work ethic. So make sure that you set yourself to where, okay, this is what I'm going to focus on right now. Whether it's, you know, clairvoyance, claircognizance, whatever it is, work on your clairs. Work on your clairs. Because that's exactly where your talents lie. Where's your moon at? It's an Aquarius, meaning that you're a thinker. Okay. So here's what I would recommend. You want to work on your clairvoyance first, especially in dreams, because seeing where your moon is and seeing that it's in Aquarius, it tells me that you have some very interesting dreams. And when you have those interesting dreams, you wake up overthinking everything about that dream, over analyzing it, looking it over. What did that mean? What did this mean? What did this mean? What did this mean? Work on your clairvoyance first, because if you can hone that skill right there, all the rest of them will easily fall into line. Okay. You started a roadmap figured out. Look at you. See? 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 Yes. I'll do these again. Guys. All right. Amanda Navarro. Yeah, work on your clairvoyance. That's exactly where your powerhouse is in your clairs. So I hope that helps. Yeah, I understand. Well, let me see here. Y'all are making me feel kind of bad. Hang on. I don't remember what I've got next week. I don't think that I scheduled this for next week. Let me see. Oh, so next week for Astrolicious, it's looking at what's going on in your planetary houses right today for up until spring. We'll do this. What the hell? Oh, never mind. I'm gonna crack. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. There we go. Because if I don't schedule it now, I'll forget. Okay, so this, my hands are cold. So next week is the 17th, the 24th. Okay, so what do you know? It put it right on the 24th. That's funny shit. I'll do these again on the 24th, so 2 weeks from today. And it is up where you guys can grab tickets if you want to. This is fun. I like doing this one. All right, let me go back in where I'm supposed to be. Okay. All right, Miss Amanda. Where yours is. Okay, there it is. So, Amanda, your node of spirit lies in your 7th house. This is your interpersonal relationships. It's directly square with your moon, which is in Cancer, which is actually both of the houses and the signs that it's in line with are in water, Cancer and Scorpio. The Cancer is in your 10th house, and this is your long-term goals, your structure, your career. It's also your divine masculine, and it's also tied to your Saturn, which is karma, in your 3rd house, and that's your mind. It's also kids. Okay, so let me see if I can explain this correctly. I'm just making up names for witches as we go. I'm just letting y'all know. It is what it is. Let it happen. Because when I say this, it makes sense in my brain, and it'll make sense in your brain after I say it, after I explain it. Honey, you're a connection witch. You're a connection witch. You see the synchronicities around everybody else. For some reason, you don't see them very well with you. You do every now and then when it's like an epiphany that smacks you in the forehead. But you see the synchronicities around everything. You see the patterns. You see the connections. Because you see the connections, you overthink everything. I would be willing to bet that one of your main talent lies in seeing all of the possible outcomes at once. And I bet you have severe anxiety over it. People that have a gift for seeing everything that could possibly happen at once, like in the same second, knowing all of these things could happen. So, yeah. Yeah. It gives you anxiety. It gives you severe anxiety. You can see kind of other, other timelines. Like if that makes sense. This is why your intuition is spot on all the time. This is why you're always overthinking everything all the time. This is why you're really hard on yourself all the time. So yeah, I hope that helps, Miss Amanda. I don't know if you're on YouTube or over here. There you go. Hey, Callie. All right, Miss LaGayla. Why won't that do the thing? There we go. I never pulled your chart, LaGayla. I have not. What? All right. Thought my computer was going to lock up for a minute. We were going to tussle. I got to meet Miss LaGayla last time I was in OKC for an event. I was having to think like not the last time I was in OKC, but for an event. She came to visit. It was awesome. Go down there. There we go. So, first of all, Mercury was in retrograde when you were born. So when Mercury is in retrograde now, it's actually a really, really good time for you. It's a good time for you. I almost poked myself in the eye. Did y'all see that? Anyway, welcome. Mercury retrograde is a good time for you. Your lot of spirit lies in your 12th house, which is your spiritual path. It's your spiritual self. It's tied to your Mercury, which is it's square with your Mercury. Your Mercury is also in Aquarius, which is water, which is logical. So when Mercury is in retrograde, this is the time that your spiritual path is going to move forward more than other times. When Mercury is in retrograde, you're also going to give amazing advice at finding what's hidden. I'm trying to think of the right thing, how to label it. I mean, the easiest way to label it is that you're a finder. Somebody can come to you for things and you can help them find exactly where they are. So all those people that troll my lives are like, can you find my lost keys? I'm going to be like, nope, but LaGayla can. You're more apt at finding spiritual aspects of people. This is in line with Mercury. Oh my God. No. I'm sorry that my Oklahoman came out. Being that this is in line with your Mercury, when people have problems, if they come to you during Mercury retrograde, you literally shine a light on their path for where they need to move forward. You could do the same thing for yourself too. So during the next Mercury retrograde, so guys, Mercury goes in retrograde all the time. It goes in retrograde all the time. During the next Mercury retrograde, that's when you need to be meditating. That's when you need to be growing. That's when you need to be doing spiritual work, because that's when you're going to make the most leaps forward. Okay. Oh, you're so welcome, Miss Sarah. Ah, you're so welcome. And good night. Good night, whoever that was. Karma Cookie. Good night, Karma Cookie. So, LaGayla, the next Mercury retrograde. In fact, I'll look it up and tell you when the next one is. What? Sorry, YouTube. Sorry. You got one coming up April 21st. So there are 3 Mercury retrogrades. The first one is actually April 21st. The next one is August 23rd. And then the next one is December 13th. Those are going to be your powerhouse times. Okay. So that gives you almost 2 months to kind of get prepared, because when Mercury's only in retrograde for a little bit, guys. It's never, thank you, Coco. It's never in retrograde for like long periods of time, right? Retrograde means that planets go the same. You know what I mean? They don't stop. But when we're looking at the planet, it's on the other side of the sun or whatever. It almost looks like it's moving backwards. That's retrograde. It's not actually moving backwards, but visually it appears. Does that make sense? So those are your 3 powerhouse times this year. Oh, wow. Here's the even better thing. For those of you guys that were born during a Mercury retrograde, God, fuck. All 3 Mercury retrogrades this year are in Earth signs: Taurus, Virgo, and then Capricorn. Like, yeah, a little bit of Sagittarius and then Capricorn. Dudes. I'm just saying what I'm saying. Just saying what I'm saying. So, yeah, LaGayla, those are the times you need to be working on, like, spiritual self. Those are the times you're going to rock it forward this year. Okay? Does that help? Make sense? Yeah. I might have to take a pee break. All right. Miss Renee. All right. I'm going to take a pee break real quick. Otherwise, I'm going to die because I've drank all this water and this tea. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I'll be right back. Woo, I'm going to die. Not really. Had to do a quick wardrobe change. I may have forgot that I had 2 pairs of pants on. It was cold today, y'all. It was cold today. I saw somebody say 4. All right. Miss Renee. Let's get yours done here. So tomorrow night, guys, for all my subscribers, because don't think I didn't notice all the new subscribers that just boom. I'm going to be doing a subscriber chat only live. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do it before or after the Bodhiverse tomorrow, but it'll be free mediumship readings. Now, not everybody will get one. It'll just be who comes through. But yeah, that's just for you subscribers because I love you. So, all right, Miss Renee Kaleda. Okay. So your node of spirit is in Leo in your 10th house. This is your career, your goals, long-term structure, etc. It's also your divine masculine. It's tied to 3 different aspects: your Jupiter and your Mercury, which are both in your 3rd house and both in Aquarius, meaning very logical aspects of your luck and your love, and both of those in your are in your mind palace. We're just going to call the 3rd house the mind palace, okay? And then your I'm funny. And then it's also tied with your Mercury, which is in Pisces, in your 5th house, which is your creativity and your childlike aspects, okay? So, this is kind of interesting. You're split here. You have a few different interesting spiritual gifts. You are an amazing guide to younger people, especially kids. Because you can see, it's almost like you can put yourself in their shoes like this and go, oh my God, this kid's going to be fantastic at this or this or this when they grow up. You also have that mind palace thing going on there. You have to be very careful with your thoughts. You have to be very careful with your words, because having those 2 placements in your mind palace there, you can manifest whatever. You literally make your own luck. You make your own luck. Is that you, Renee? Sir Budrick, are you Renee? You make your own luck. Like my Ouija board blanket. You make your own luck, honey. Your Venus sits right on the line, just barely over into the 3rd house, but it's right on the line with your 4th house. So, yeah. Yeah. You have some split going on there. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's always nice to have a couple of spiritual gifts. So when you kind of get bored with one, you can go the other. You're really insanely good at guiding kiddos. You're also insanely good at making your own luck. So if you are a crafter, if you make anything at all, you literally could infuse it as a lucky charm for anybody. For anybody. That's where your talent lies. So, yeah. Okay. So for those of you guys just joining and wanting to know about readings, I will be doing these 2 weeks from tonight on the 17th. And I didn't realize my list was already full before I started today. So if you want a ticket for next week, go get one. Go get one, because apparently they're going to sell out really quickly. All right, Elizabeth Longley. I don't think I've pulled your chart before, so we're going to look anyway. I have. What? Okay. Cuckoo. Okay. Miss Elizabeth. Okay. You ready for this? Elizabeth, your lot of spirit lies in the 5th house. This is, and it's in Aquarius. Oh, so you overthink everything. Okay. Girl. You overthink everything. Okay. Your lot of spirit lies in that 5th house, which is your creativity, your joy, your love, your play. Okay. This is the playhouse. It lies in the playhouse. But it's tied directly into your Mars, which is in your 2nd house, which is your finances, your money, your work ethic. That's the money house. And it's also tied into your moon, which is in Taurus, in your 8th house. That is your intimacy, your bounce house. It's also your shared finances. So you have a couple talents. One lies with romance, lies with romantic partners. Oh man. Okay, you're gonna understand this when I explain this, and you're gonna be like, son of a bitch. Okay. One lies with romance, with romantic partners, not love. The other lies with money. When people are around you, when you care about people, especially in a romantic way, you're like their good luck Chuck, but with money. You're like their good luck Chuck that anytime they're around you, anytime they touch you, whether it's super intimate or just touching your arm, whatever, or you touching them, you literally can rub off whatever you want on them as far as finances go. So this has its good and its bad, depending on which way you want to go with it. You can make anyone around you successful that you care about. Anybody that you like, that you play with, that you have a good time with. And play, I didn't mean completely sexual when I said it that way. It also means you can do that in a negative way too. I'm just saying what I'm saying. I'm just saying what I'm saying. You could literally take someone's money away. Just saying what I'm saying. Just saying what I'm saying. So if you're a crafter, if you make anything, because your 5th house is also your creative house, you literally could be making love and money charms. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And infusing your own power into them, and kabam. Kabam. Just saying. Yeah. ADHD and you love crafts. There you go. See? See? I'm just saying what I'm saying. I'm just saying what I'm saying. I'm just saying what I'm saying. Where am I at? I wish you would not do that. All right. So I've got 15 more to go. I'm going to have to like quit flapping my gums as much. All right. Denise, please work your butt. There we go. Yes. Denise, if I pulled your chart. Well, nope, I have not. Denise gets a squeaky clean chart. Like they really get dirty or something. I don't know why. It's like brand new squeaky clean chart. this down. I'm about to turn this down because I'm sitting here like zoning out to the music. I'm all about the lo-fi music lately. Love it. All right. All right. So those of y'all that were jamming out, my sorry. But my brain was like, we're over there. All right, Miss Denise. Oh, I keep forgetting I have this here. So I have my like continual monitor, like you can see it through my clothes right there. And I keep doing that. I don't realize how much I grab my own arms until I do that. And I'm like, son of a bitch. Like it doesn't hurt unless you bump it. Like, I'll recommend it. Anyway, I digress. Denise, your notive spirit is directly in the middle of your 6th house and it's in Scorpio. So your 6th house is like your analytical aspect. It's also your health, fitness, your sense of usefulness. But yours is directly tied in with your moon, which is in the 10th house. And it's an Aquarius, just barely over the 10th house. That is your career, your goals, your long-term structure, your focus, your money. And then you've also got it's tied into your Mercury. There's the second yawn, which is in Leo, in your 4th house, which is your foundational house. And then it's also tied into your Venus, which is your love, your divine feminine, in your 2nd house, which is the money house, in Cancer. So you have kind of a split here too. I actually really like that you have a split. So the main aspect of your spiritual gift, believe it or not, lies with analyzing health. I would say you're absolutely a healer. You're absolutely a healer. Whether it's an energy worker, light worker, whatever, a herbalist, anything like that. You will catch on to healing modalities like this. You're great at communicating to what's up with somebody. Well, you're great at communicating unless you're mad at them. And then you're like, look here, bitch, you're going to die. This is what's up, blah, 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 blah. So be careful with your words. Be careful with your words. You also have this aspect of this money that comes in here. It's interesting being that this is Venus and it's in Cancer. Your intuition is always on point about the people you love and their finances, what's going on. Okay, does that make sense? Does that make sense? So like if you have, I don't know, sibling, kid, whatever, let's just say sister come to you, and I keep smelling alcohol. It's the weirdest smell. I mean, like rubbing alcohol. It's the weirdest smell, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm like, what the fuck have I got in here that smells like fucking rubbing alcohol? Nothing. That's what I got in here that smells like rubbing alcohol. It's driving up the wall. Like it's starting to piss me off. It's starting to piss me off. Okay. I digress. You have somebody that you love that comes to you. You can easily point them in the right direction to get them back on track with their finances. Like that. Okay. As far as that 10th house goes with your moon being up there. This one's a little interesting because being that it's in Aquarius, you're going to overthink everything when it comes to the emotional aspect of long-term goals. Okay. That one's a little interesting. I would say that you're absolutely fantastic with shadow work and with helping other people analyze their shadow. This has its good and its bad because when somebody has this talent, It means that they're very good in pointing out other people's flaws. And a lot of times with shadow work, when you point out somebody else's flaws or when somebody pisses you off because of their flaws, it's because it's something with your own self that you're looking at, etc. But I don't think that's quite the case with you because of that healing aspect. I think that you're one of those healers that's able to help people heal through a lot of their shadow work. Does that make sense? Because I don't like seeing the placements, and when I'm looking at here, I don't see you as a petty person. What's your sun sign? Oh yeah, you're a Virgo. No, you're not a petty person. So, honey, you need to really jump into some healing modalities. If you haven't started learning them already, you really need to. You really need to. That's where your talent lies. Okay? Yeah. That's where your talent lies, sweet pea. All right, Miss Carrie Bennett, you ready? Yeah, no, they're not all pretty, unfortunately. Haven't pulled Carrie, really? Oh, what did I just do? I just like refreshed my list. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. I don't know why I keep doing this like I can't see. All right, Carrie Pooh. Ready? Ooh. Carrie, your law of spirit is in Libra in your first house. And it's directly tied with your sun, which is Aquarius, in your fourth house, which is your foundation. Girl, your spiritual talent is you, is your foundation, is you logically being able to ground and find balance. So you providing balance for everybody, there's not really a term for it, but your talent is grounding, is balance. That's an amazing gift to have. To be able to ground people around you and balance them, dude, that's fucking epic. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. The bad of that is you're always going to draw people to you that want to siphon that off and keep you off balance. Because, like I was explaining a while ago, when you give somebody your spiritual gift, when you're working with them, you know what I mean? Somebody comes to you and you're helping them ground, you're helping them find balance. You're giving them part of your gift, part of yourself to help them find their balance. So it knocks you off balance a little bit. It knocks your grounding kind of off. So make sure that you always have something on you for protection. You always have something on you for grounding. So stones like petrified wood, jet, obsidian, red jasper, walnut jasper, those are going to be your best stones. Those are going to be your best ones to help you with some armor. Dude, I would bet you literally can just touch somebody, touch their shoulder, hold their hand, whatever it is. You do a lot of light language healing and I'm always, yes. Yeah. Yeah. That's why. That's why. You need to make sure that you have protection around you to reground you. Dude, that's fantastic. That's really cool, especially knowing that you do a lot of light language healing. You literally are balance. You are balance. That's fucking cool as shit, man. That's cool as shit. So do you do that here on TikTok? I followed you. I followed you. So you are balance, honey. You are balance. Protect yourself. You're here to wipe out negative karma too, by the way. Because I was looking at something specific in your chart and I saw that. Hang on, I'm gonna sneeze. Your Saturn is in your 10th house and it was in retrograde when you were born, meaning that you are here to clear up negative karma. So yeah. Thank you guys. Well, that's why you're balanced. That's why you're balanced. Thank you guys. All right. Courtney Harrington. Have I pulled yours, Courtney? You're so welcome, sweetheart. There's Miss Courtney. So your node of spirit is in your 3rd house, which is your mind palace. And it's in Aries, which is a cardinal sign. In other words, your spirit self rushes the fuck forward. Oh. So it's tied in directly to your moon, which is in Leo, another fire sign. And that's in the 8th house, which is your intimate house. That's the brothel house. Just kidding. Anyway, it's also tied in with your Saturn, which is in your 11th house, which is your social aspect of you. And Saturn was in retrograde when you were born. This is also in Scorpio, which is intuition. Your spiritual talents, your spiritual gifts. I'm trying to figure out the right way to say this so I don't get flagged on fucking TikTok or anything. And I'm trying to be funny with it too. One of your spiritual talents is helping someone see their shortcomings. Literally. You tend to, it's almost like you're a mirror in a way for certain intimacy issues, certain shared finances, certain, like, you're a mirror when it comes to issues of love, problems in relationships. Does that make sense? So when you're around somebody that has a problem in their relationship, they overshare every little fucking thing with you. And you're like, I don't even know you. Why are we standing in the Walmart line and you're telling me everything about your love life? Like, what the fuck right now? And I would bet if you pay attention, it's overwhelmingly about love. But they also want to tell you about issues that you're like, why are you telling me about your finances? Like, I don't need to know these things. I would bet people tell you stuff that makes you insanely uncomfortable. They would probably come right out and give you all their credit card numbers, security, social security number, like everything. They'd be like, here's all of this shit. They tell on themselves. The other aspect. Sorry, I'm reading that. Be careful of M. Mm-hmm. So, the other aspect here, the spiritual gift. Your Saturn lies in your 11th house and it's tied to this. It was in retrograde, meaning you are Sorry, I'm like getting nosy now. I'm like, what's going on? Here we go. Yeah, I see that. Hey guys, this is not the chat to have this chat in. Okay. Yeah, kind of giving somebody else a reading in a reader's chat is not cool. Like, that's not cool. So, yeah, that's not cool. That's not cool. Hey, thank you, Jeff. I'll be in Tennessee here in not that much longer. I'm excited. Whoa, I don't know what just happened. I don't know what just happened. Here we go. Shit. All right. So I will be coming to Memphis, and I'll be coming to Nashville. I'll be in Memphis on the 3rd of oh, there was someone else doing it. Thank you for bringing that to my attention, Bianca. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I will be in Nashville on Easter weekend for the Full Moon Horror and Tattoo Convention. And then on the 3rd, I will be in Knoxville, but I won't be in Knoxville until October. Yeah. I'm excited. I'll be at Scarefest in October. So yeah. I got you. Okay. Courtney, I'm sorry I had to pause in the middle of your reading. I'm sorry. So, I may be in California. I'm looking at an event in LA in August. I'm just trying to figure out, I'm trying to figure some things out logistically, because I promised y'all up in the Northeast that I would come visit. So yeah. So yeah. You saw where someone a death TikTok page about me? What? Weird. What does that mean? Now I'm curious. Now I'm curious. A death TikTok page about me. What? I want to know what's up. What's up? All right. Let me finish Courtney's here. Okay. All right. So, hey, Tunes Ghost. How are you? J Tunes Ghost. If you guys watch my videos, I put a video out about where I will be. Yeah, there's a lot of fake weird accounts of me. There's a lot of fake weird accounts of me. What? Do you know the name of this account? Be interested in that. the reason I'm interested in that is because um you type your name as the first one. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. So here's why. Over the last year, almost year and a half, I've had 6 stalkers. I take that stuff very seriously. Very seriously. Yeah, very seriously. So, okay. I will be doing some research. Uno momento, por favor. Yeah, I take that stuff very seriously. So, look, everybody's like, let me go look. Well, it's also serious because of this. I do travel a lot. I do go to conventions. I am out in the public because I like people. I like being out in the public. I know I say I hate 2 people, but I like people. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? It's part of what I do. I've always been a very extroverted introvert. When I travel, I do carry my pow pow with me. I've got a new one. There's a reason that Donna is training a dog for me. So, yeah. Um, it's not a fun place to be. I have cameras all over my house. I have cameras all over my shop. I have kids. Like the last night on the live, I had somebody make a comment about my kids, and we screenshotted it, and I sent that right up the TikTok chain. That's not funny. That's not funny. The world we live in is a little crazy, and yeah, the world we live in is a little crazy. And for some reason, people take the people on social media like me and other creators, we're more accessible because you guys can talk to us on a live. We're not movie stars. We're not TV stars yet. So we're more accessible. And people aren't really taking this seriously. You know what I mean? They're not really taking this seriously. So, yeah. Yeah, it is a little scary. And I live in Oklahoma, and there's a lot of things going on here right now that's a little scary as well. So, yeah. Yeah. All right. Courtney. Courtney's like, all right. So, oh my God. Yeah. Having a stalker that's a police officer, that's scary. That's scary. My sister had one of those. She dated one, and yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, Miss Courtney. Aside from people telling you all of their financial information and making you uncomfortable and telling you all the stuff that you're like, I don't want to know any of this. You also have this interesting gift that allows you to be like, you know how there's an anti-hero that's like a new archetype, an anti-hero? It's it's like you're the I'm trying to figure out the right way to say it because it's not antisocial. That's what I want to say, but that's not right. It's like you have the ability to see beyond the social aspect of something, to see underneath what's going on. Because your Saturn was in retrograde when you were born, and because this is in Scorpio, which is a water sign, and because this is in your 11th house, which is your social house. Did you follow me there? Did you follow me with all that? Good night, crazy crone, honey. You're able to see through things to the bottom underlying issue. What is yours? And you're a Taurus, so you're super grounded. Okay. You have some very, very interesting talents. Not a mess at all. You have some very interesting talents. If you could hone this skill of getting people to tell you the things that you don't want to know, not saying that you could like collect their information. You could literally help a lot of people. Like your spiritual talent lies in helping people fix their financial and their intimate situations. And I know that you're like, that's a counselor. No, because sometimes this is deeper than just a mental issue. This is literally a spirit issue. Some people have problems in their intimate relationships, not just sex, but their intimate relationships with people because of spiritual aspects. Thank you, Latina baby. You literally can help people with that. You could also, if you're a crafter, money charms are your thing. Like fertility, intimate charms are going to be a thing for you. So yeah, you have some really, really unique, fine, pinpointed spiritual gifts, honey. Okay. Nothing at all crazy, just very fine point particular. So yeah, you learn to hone those gifts and you'll be a powerhouse like a laser. How many more? How many more? Who all's on my list? Because I'm looking, it's 12 o'clock. I got class in the morning. And one of the things I was paying attention to is I took a few screenshots of a few things and I need to do some investigating about some things now. All right, Miss Mary Mustaine, you're next. I'm a Capricorn, and when my brain gets working, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. What? You're welcome, sugar. All right, Miss Mary Mary. Have I not pulled your chart? I could have sworn I had. You know that face? What face is that? So I am that person that I've always learned things. Okay. I've always learned things. Can you tell me why I see rainbows during Reiki? I don't know. I've always learned things. I have held tons of weird certifications in my life. Okay. One of them happens to be a PI license. I'm just saying what I'm saying. Plus, temporal lobe epilepsy in the left side of my brain makes me obsessively research. Don't make me curious. You don't want my attention. Exactly. All right, Miss Mary Mary, you ready? Oh yeah, Bodhi's going to be probably up late doing some research. Because I find it extremely interesting. So one of the things, guys, hang on, Mary, I'm sorry. One of the things, guys, is I am one of those creators that twice a day I go through, I will look at and I will comment, like, etc. on, say, my last 4 videos, 3 to 4 videos. I will check comments. I will also check comments on pinned videos. I also check tags and mentions and duets and stitches. I check all of those. If you guys tag me in a video, I watch the video and I like it or respond to it or whatever. Okay. I do pay attention to all of that. I want to know. You know what I mean? Like, I pay attention. Okay. Not just I'm nosy, but this is my livelihood. Like, this is me, right? And it's my personal self. So I want to know. So I look at all that. I know. There are 43 or 44 fake me's out there on TikTok. I have blocked pretty much all of them on a daily basis. I go through again and report and block new ones. I know this. Same with Instagram. Although, how there's one on Instagram that has half the followers I have. What? They're not even spelled the same. They can't even. Blah. Anyway, I digress. I find it very interesting that particular conversation I just had with that account, which is a newer account that doesn't have like a lot of followers, has interesting name, etc. That they came in just for that purpose and then wanted to know where my shop was at. Just saying. I put 10 and 10 together very quickly. So the thing is, on social media, there's good and a bad. The thing is, on social media, you can go through and create an account in a heartbeat. You can create an account in a heartbeat. So, yeah. I also really trust my gut. My gut never steers me wrong. So when somebody comes into my live and I suddenly have to pause because some inkling made me look down at the comment while I'm in the middle of a read, there's a reason. There's a reason. So I may do just that. What I may do, I may finish Mary's read and then do these other 12 tomorrow after my classes. Because I find it also very interesting. Like, I'm like looking at all these things. I had somebody come in and threaten my kids last night. And then that was a very weird interaction. And it made me, it was like one of those, So I also have been getting a lot of hate from the Christians. And I don't know if you guys noticed that. And like last night from the Trumpers and all that stuff, because I posted a video speaking my mind about something, which guess what? I don't do that very often, but yeah. So I'm going to, yeah. Yep. What's even funnier is not this week, but last week, I had 6 or 7 different people that don't know each other reach out to me randomly and say, hey, you need to have your protections up big time right now. I don't know why, but I'm worried about you. So I'm like, okay, done. So yeah. Yeah, I don't really watch TV either, but yeah. I'm getting to the point where, yeah. Well, Miss Mary, I've already got yours pulled up. So let me do yours, and then I'll probably do the remainder tomorrow, and I'll go through my list on who else I need to do tomorrow. Okay. So Miss Mary, your lot of spirituality, your lot of spirit lies in your first house in Cancer, which is intuition. And your first house is the self. It's you. It's your approach. It's literally Mary. It is directly, oh my gosh, it's directly square with your moon, which is according to this in Libra, but birth time can change that. In the 4th house, which is balance in your foundation. It's also directly in line with your Venus, which is also in a water sign in Scorpio in your 5th house, which is romance, play. This is your play house, your creative house. So 11:35 a.m. Okay. Let me fix that. Look at you with the 11:35 a.m. You knew exactly. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So it did change because that makes your moon in your 11th house, which is your social aspect. Oh, okay. That's interesting. That's interesting a lot. Okay. Okay. So you literally are not only balance, but your social balance. You can balance out any social situation, which is why you get overwhelmed when you're in public. It's why you have an issue being around people that have a lot of drama going on, because that's a lot of work for you to try to balance them out. It's also why you tend to draw people to you that have a lot of drama going on, especially in their social life. You probably also have the people come and tell you all of this shit that's going on with people around them, like gossip wise, and you're like, I don't care. I don't even know those people. I don't care. They're going to overwhelmingly tell you. So here's the thing. Good night, love. Here's the thing. You're going to have to really be careful and protect yourself and that balance, because that's a very powerful gift, a very powerful thing to have, especially with that 1st house. That's very powerful to have. That's interesting. I had to go back and look at something. That's really interesting, Miss Mary. You are balanced, sweetheart. You can bring balance to any situation, to anything at all that you want to. So practice that balance, but protect yourself and that balance, because people are going to try to, they're going to try to siphon that balance off. Does that make sense? They're siphon that balance off. And they will. Being that you're a Libra, you require balance. Girl, you have 4 Libra placements. 4 Libra placements. You need the balance. You require the balance. Hey, Dondi, how are you, sugar? I'm going to brag on you in a minute. Stay right there and don't leave, okay? Don't leave, Dondi. You require that balance, Miss Mary. You have to have the balance, okay? You're going to draw people to that. Oh, and your Mars was in retrograde when you were born, meaning that you have a problem kind of standing up for yourself a little bit. See, you make me want to protect you. You make me want to protect you. That is so funny. Sweet Pea, you are balanced. You are balanced. You can bring spiritual balance. You can bring emotional balance. And you can bring that love balance to people. People that maybe they didn't have a lot of motherly love, you can bring that balance to them. People that didn't have a lot of the fatherly love, like you literally bring the balance to them. So, yeah, whatever you put your mind to, you can balance out. So if there's an imbalance in your life, there's an imbalance financially or spiritually or whatever, all you have to do is make that a priority to be balanced. That made no sense. Maybe it did. It made sense to me, but when it came out of my face, I feel like it didn't make. I feel like it didn't make sense. There it is. I mean, even your Uranus is in balance. Giggity. Giggity. Sorry. But that one would govern how you bring things into balance. Girl, you're just balanced. You're just balanced. Mary. Mary. I know people probably always call you Mary, quite contrary, but what's funny is I'm a huge Monkees fan. Like, I love the Monkees. And so all I can hear in my head is the Monkees song, Mary. That's all I can hear in my head when I see your name. So there you go. Yeah, you are absolutely some mega balance, Miss Mary. Mega balance. I'm curious. Let me look this up. You're a younger soul too, so you are innately trusting of people and to prove you wrong, and it gets you in trouble a lot. So be careful with that. Be careful with that. Okay. So let me see here. Here's who else I have to go. Estella, Christine, Karen, Lisa, Denise, Kimberly, Kelly, Tracy, Kim, Richard, and Heather. I will read you guys tomorrow after my classes about 2:30 because I don't know why, but that's really bothering me. So I'm going to go do a little bit of research, and then I'm going to go to bed, and then yeah, I think I'm going to report some things to TikTok. And the problem is, like, it takes me a little bit to do these reports. So let me pause.